about somebody who is thinking a lot about you, but feeling like their life is not in a good place for them to be able to be with you. They may be dating someone else, or there might just be too much going on in their life because it's not as together as they've wanted you to believe it is, or the things that they do to represent their life on social media is probably inaccurate. So, hello, Carrie, how are you doing? Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a good day so far. It's bright and early here. If you're interested in a personal reading, my email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box for you, as is additional information on how to become a member. You could still join us in 2 hours for a members only live stream if you join now. That's for the people that are in the stars and the towers, by the way. All right, let's dive in with the Voyage of the Soul and see what else we've got going on for this person. I'm glad to hear it. Extraterrestrial, energy, and ascension. Wow. So they see you as like an unforgettable force. Very bold personality, someone who knows how to deal with complex issues, has very strong intuition, and they got addicted to this energy of yours. The problem is your energy is addicting because you are working on yourself, because you love yourself. And that at some point dictates that you walk away from folks who are making themselves unavailable or who are not addressing those issues and just kind of feeling stuck, right? Hey, Grindhard, how you doing? Hello, Raj, what's up? So while you're on a better path and closer to living that purpose, they have instead been focusing on fun. Not to say that you've had no fun, but they're realizing that maybe it's not as fun as they thought. Maybe it would be a better experience if they were with you. So a little bit of regret, letting you walk away. Hello, Entertainment, how are you doing? Hey, Billy Bob, that's a strange question. I'm pretty sure I can decorate however I want. This is the Morgan Greer. Yeah, they feel like you are unlike anyone else. They have an obsession with you because of, remember we had extraterrestrial? You're from the stars. You're not like everyone else. Maybe they play games with other people, try to get them obsessed, but this time it was their turn to get obsessed, and they got obsessed with you. They found that their old games or tricks that work on other people do not work on you, that you were able to walk away. Maybe not the first time, but you still did. You treated the games that they like to play the way that they should be. And that was shocking for them or unexpected, because this is a pattern that they've repeated over and over again relatively successfully. Hello, Mary Jane. Hey, PJ. I'll take personal questions at the end of this reading if we reach $15 in tips. Otherwise, I do offer like personal readings that I upload as videos to YouTube. And that's anywhere from $40 to $100. Not paid through YouTube though. Hello, is it Ochai? Hey, Billy Bob. I'm gonna put you in a little timeout. You're welcome to come back if you want to be respectful. Yeah, space is generally a good thing, especially if someone's kind of made you chasing, right? Hello, Pharaoh. How are you doing? Hey, Kaylin. You're making an assumption there, but I still hope you have a great day. Hello, AK. Ooh, wow. Yeah, my email address is in the description box. Thank you, Pharaoh. Oh, Astro, you're what is it? A day late and a dollar short? I gave away 2 free readings yesterday morning. Hello, Diable. How are you doing? Hello, Sachin. So look, this person who thought that they could pretty easily repeat, like rinse and repeat their little game to get you obsessed with them, found out that you are not like the others, that you do not fall for those games or react in the same way. You have love for yourself. So now they're realizing if they want a second chance or if they actually want something to go well with you, they have to take a new approach. They can't do their normal stuff, right? They have to be vulnerable. They have to work on themselves. They have to communicate. They have to be respectful and loving towards you. And they're like, that's a lot for you to ask. And you're like, that's okay. I didn't ask. If you can't do it, then I'm going to be over there, right? Hello, Eost. How are you doing? Hello, Shivanand. I hope I said that right. Well, there we are. Hello, Sheem. How's it going? 10 of Cups. Knight of Cups. But the way you are is like delectable to them. They like that you like pushed back or asked for better treatment, even if in the moment they didn't really like it. Thank you, PJ. I'm gonna write down your question here. Do we get married? And I'm just going to say, well done to PJ. PJ, you don't have to use any identifying information. So the way you asked the question was pretty perfect. How you too? Hello, Anthony. Hey, Aqua Beauty. So this is someone who feels like they are running late for the party. They haven't even started to get dressed, and here you are looking spectacular. And that, of course, is not a reference to how you actually look, although it could be. It's more so that you have done the work to be in a healthy relationship, and they are feeling like they have fumbled because they haven't done that work, right? I'm only 9 minutes in. Hello, Mariela. How are you doing? Hey, Laura. So this person wants to come back around. They feel like you're the one that got away with the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. I don't want to be, you know, wondering what's going on. I don't want to worry that you found somebody who does have that stability and that desire to be committed. So they're at an impasse. Am I going to make this change? Am I going to do something? Or am I just going to think about you all the time, right? Thank you, Sachin. I'm going to write down your question real quick. Awesome. And for the general reading, I usually go about 30 minutes and then start on the personal questions. So we have the Victorious card. You will overcome any problems within this connection. The thing is, there's two people in that picture. And why do I feel like it only applies to you? And then they left you feeling like you needed to ask for love. Like it wasn't just something that came organically to them. They didn't really want to approach you that way. The way that you asked them to, or the way that you do in love, right? Thank you, Donald. I appreciate you. I wrote down your name. If you want a particular question, let me know. Otherwise, I can just pull some cards for you. Hello, Jamie. Hello, Luis. It is 7:13 a.m. How's it going, Samuel? Hey, Luis, my email address is in the description box. And if you email me, I'll let you know what the details are for a personal reading. Wow, this is absolutely like the one that got away kind of energy. Thank you, Pharaoh. Wow, okay. This person is heartbroken and has acknowledged that it's their own fault. I looked at you and I thought you were like all the rest until I got to know you and I realized you are one of a kind. And that's when I should have changed how I was interacting with you or approaching the connection. But I didn't. I approached it the same immature way that I have approached other connections. And I didn't know how to express that romantic feeling. So Magician in the reverse, I had to either exert control over it or I felt powerless and that made me run away. Sachin, I do the personal questions at the end. So if you don't want to listen to the general reading, you can come back in about 20 minutes and I will answer the question for you. Aw, thank you. I knew you'd like the early live stream, Aqua Beauty. And thank you, Luis. I've got that written down, and we have hit that $15 mark, so for sure we'll do those questions. Just gonna finish the general for you. So the question is, they know that they need to work on these actual like emotional problems or blocks, but are they? They've admitted it. That's a good step, right? Knight of Swords in the reverse, Eight of Cups in the reverse. The Eight of Cups in the reverse is clarifying the Eight of Cups in the reverse. So someone cannot stop thinking about coming back around and contacting you. And it's like they've had to pull themselves back from impulsively calling you or texting you, probably in the middle of the night, to be honest, because they get this like fear that they start obsessing over, and it makes them feel like they have to reach out even if they're not ready. Hello, Scott. Hello, Kingly Eagle. How are you doing? So we have the Three of Swords and the reverse, and the Empress. 2 threes, because the Empress is number 3 of the major arcana. That's you. It doesn't matter what your gender is. This is energy, not physicality that I'm reading, but the Empress represents somebody who is in control of their emotions. Generally is somebody pretty creative as well, and somebody who can build their own empire. So the Three of Swords is in the reverse because you've processed the heartache or the resentment, whatever was holding you back. That's why we had the Ascension card in the beginning, and that's why your energy is so addicting to people. Not just this one person. There's more than one person who has picked up on this addictive energy of yours. This is the Noisy Tarot. Now I want to kind of finish the general. Hey, Jesus loves you. That's very observant of you. I am. And be cautious, because if you're going to be judgmental, I will put you in a timeout. Just like this one. If you'd like to be respectful and not yell in the comments, then you are welcome back. I don't remember telling anyone that, Louise. Aqua Beauty. That's a good question though, right? All right, I got that written down for you, hun. Julian, that's a good question, so I'm going to answer it because it's something for everyone, right? Best inner work advice. Know how to balance external information, other people's advice or opinions or observations, with your own intuition. Once you know how to pay close attention to that gut feeling, but not let it get carried away, and use that for self-monitoring and self-awareness, that inner knowledge or that knowledge of yourself and how to present yourself to others, right? Being that consistent, authentic energy will make it really difficult for people to mess with you. Hello, Cornbread. How's it going? Yes, discernment, Nancy. So this is the Noisy Tarot. We have the Eight of Wands, the World in the reverse, and the Six of Pentacles. I think this person's going to show up with a gift. This person's going on an apology tour, and the only stop is you. I know I need to apologize for multiple things. I know that I apologized for something in the past or said that I would change something in the past, and then I didn't. I know that I ghosted or avoided a difficult conversation because I was being immature. But if I come back around with a nice little gift and a genuine desire to have a conversation with you, what would you do? Now, some of you are going to be like, I'll listen. What you got? Others of you are going to say, I think I've already figured out that this is not the right path for me. It's a little bit of a split and you have to follow your intuition, right? But this is somebody who I think still has some work to do. When they come back around, they're not quite ready. They're just nervous that you're going to really be gone if they take too much longer. Yes, exactly. They know what needs to be done, but they refuse to do it. It's like, have you ever had a cleaning task that you left too long and you just knew it was a bad thing? Leaving the garbage too late so you missed the pickup, right? Letting food sit out and then you collect a critter, right? This is somebody who let things get bad enough where it's kind of difficult to piece that back together. If you've already mastered letting go of this person because they were not treating you right and not working on themselves, then to get you back is a pretty difficult thing, right? Hey G, you don't have to be in people's live chat judging them. Judge not, yet you be judged. Hello, Serge. How's it going? Good morning, Sergeant. Hello, Crystal. Hello, Trudy. So look, you are the Hermit. Again, why we don't pay attention to gender, right? Because you came out as the Empress before, and now you're this Hermit individual who looks a little bit more male. But this is about finding that inner happiness, right? The fact that you have this good understanding of who you are as a person and what you are here to accomplish, or what skills or gifts you are meant to use. You might even view this person as a bit of a distraction. I've worked to create peace in my life. I have balanced things the way I want them. And I see you over here lying about what you got going on, pretending things are better than they really are, and not doing the work, avoiding the work. 8 of Pentacles was in the reverse because they aren't doing the work. So tell me why I should risk this peaceful situation I got going on so that you can come back around and maybe play less of the games that you used to play? It's a no for me, dog. Good morning, Aunt Kathy. So we've got the Ace of Cups and the Page of Wands. They're seeing your love that you have for yourself because you have boundaries and the ability to walk away from somebody who's not going to respect you. A121 Cube, I do not disagree with you, but I'm also going to put you in a timeout because you're repeating your stuff. If you'd like to come back around, be respectful, and engage in the live chat, you're welcome. Otherwise, I will time you out again, and for longer. This is the Energy Oracle. Hello, Lightning. Hello, Grants. Hello, August. That's so weird. So I said hello to August, and I had this like flash of, was it Augustus? And then we have this Laurel coming through. Victory. I do feel like this applies to you, August, in some way. But we've got this sense of accomplishment that came out earlier. We literally had Victorious come through. You have set up a beautiful life, or you are about to enter a really important chapter of your life that is built on the foundation of your healing and your understanding of yourself. So, I don't know. Are they... Oh, okay. So this is someone who is still influenced, overly so, by the community that they're in. So whatever their friends or coworkers or maybe family have to say about love or you in particular, it caused them to walk away. Now, if you are addicted to somebody's energy because of how they make you feel, if you feel like they inspire you to be a better person, and you let other people convince you to walk away, I have some volcano insurance to sell you. Like, don't let people do that. They don't have that power. They shouldn't have that power. This walking away card, notice that she's looking over her shoulder. Like, maybe I shouldn't walk away, but all my friends told me that I should, so I guess I will. Ooh. Thank you to Sophie. I did miss that. I appreciate you. Raj's current feelings. And Sophie, I'll start answering the personal questions here in probably about 5 minutes. But thank you, I appreciate that. Especially because you were like polite about it. Some people get all, excuse me. Hey James, how are you doing? Hello Jasmine. Let's get some love cards on this, shall we? This is the Romance Angel Oracle. Yeah, it's like a burden off your shoulders, right, Nancy? DD, what if I'm hungry right now? I might be. I have this horrible habit of working too much before I allow myself to eat breakfast, or at that point it might turn into lunch. Hello, Misty. Hello, Julie. Grant, you're funny. I appreciate it, Sophie, and welcome. Thank you, August. It actually kind of like glows in the dark because that's the moon right there. I can't figure out how to show you all that on live. So you'll just have to trust me. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Aria. But maybe a little bit of oversharing, eh? It's time to take back control of your life. Free yourself. Now, some of you have already done this, right? Some of you are about to. But you can feel energy tugging at you, right? You can feel that you are meant to walk away from this person who's not putting forth the effort. We do have religious factors involved here. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Now, that doesn't surprise me one little bit. It doesn't even have to be that you come from different faiths. It could just be you actually are living your faith, right? I know I have a purpose. I know I need to work on myself, and so I do. This other person is like, I'll get around to it like next year. I think I'm free then. I'm busy right now. I don't wanna. Okay, but there's a cost to that. And the cost is probably the romance with you. This could be, for some of you, a twin flame dynamic, or a person that had a little bit of a grip on your heart because you felt like you knew them for longer. You felt an instant connection, or maybe you communicated without really needing to vocalize, right? Yes, exactly, Lightning. I like that, Grant. Oh, that's amusing, Jasmine. Sounds like a little bit of a refusal to admit that time is passing by, right? Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. This is the choice for some of you. Some of you feel that this person has not done enough work and that you need to free yourself. And others of you are going to say, you've done some work, so I will give you a chance. Be cautious, because they do need to show you that they are staying focused, right? If you do 2 hours of work to make up for the fact that you weren't working over the last month, it doesn't really make a big dent in what needed to be done, does it? This is the situations deck. Ooh, actually, we're gonna go with the love oracle, and then we'll dive into the personal questions. You too, August. Yeah, thank you everyone for liking and subscribing. It means a lot to me. There's that Empress energy. Again, whatever your gender may be, this person views you as a very compassionate or understanding, accessible energy. Difficult for them to understand because of this, right? You're not like anybody else they've met. They've been looking at your social media, trying to figure out what you're up to, or if you have started hanging out with someone new. Hey, Redbeard, how are you doing? But the problem here with this shallow card is this is somebody who has, how do I say this? If we were to consider emotional people kind of collectors, right? I have all these connections of people that I care about. Maybe I worked with some, maybe I'm related to some, maybe I'm dating one, whatever. This is somebody who's like, nah, I like to show off that I don't need anybody. I like the halls of my home to be empty. Nobody texting me. That's power to them. Interesting. So they still have some sense of community because there's people that have influenced them, and yet they like to pretend that they have some sort of power by not letting people have access to them. So control seems to be a pretty big problem for them, right? Wow, I hope you were able to deal with that. Is it Jacques or Jack? I don't want to say it wrong, but I hope you were able to still do well at the auction. And welcome back. Hello, Susan. With bows of holly. So this is someone who was silent, someone who did not speak when they should have. Like all those cheesy love movies where somebody is having that really emotional argument or someone's running away and they're like, and they don't say anything. That was the garbage truck if you could hear that. You know, I know I should say something, but I just don't have the words. So I guess I'll just like watch as you walk away and let my heart break. It's kind of what they did, right? Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Oh, thank you, Pharaoh. Hello, Terra by Nature. What's going on? So, big surprise, this person who's addicted to your energy is craving your company. They are missing you. Wondering if they get another chance. Feeling like maybe they weren't making the right choices the last several weeks, last several months, right? Hey, Razu, that would be a whole video. Not just like a off-the-cuff question. So we've got beauty, charming, graceful, kind-hearted. This is how they see you. Again, does not need to be more feminine than masculine. You could be real charming and be a man. You could still be beautiful and be a man, right? But your energy was like a big cozy blanket to them after they'd spent most of their life like sleeping in a wool sleeping bag. Doesn't that sound awful? Do those actually exist? Oh. You were cozy. You were loving to them when they felt like they didn't really deserve it. And that chemistry was something they couldn't deny. They looked for it in other people and they haven't found it. So they're coming back around. They're not fully healed. I don't even know if I could say they're half healed. This is someone who has very recently started some of their work, but they're not available for one reason or another. Overcommitted in terms of their time, or maybe even possibly dating someone else, right? Sounds itchy. It does, doesn't it? Hey, Lisa, how you doing, hon? All right, I'm going to start with the personal questions for you all. Just to run down a list real quick so you know, we've got PJ, Sachin, Donald, Aqua Beauty, Luis, and Sophie. Now, I might have to sneak Sophie in. Did I say Sophie? I might have to sneak Sophie in before Aqua Beauty because I wrote her late, but I think she actually was before Aqua Beauty. So we'll play by ear. If I hear grumbles from either party. All right, so for PJ, we have a question about whether or not we get married. Now, PJ, I hope you're not talking about me. Is PJ getting married to the person they're asking about? Ooh. Yes. With a tentative yes. It's dependent upon communication. There's a lot here. The interesting thing is with the moon, it's a card that is tied to Cancer. The astrological sign Cancer is represented with like, it's a crabs. But there's something here about a cycle that's very important. It's like you have to time it right. The way I'm seeing it is when you have your windshield wipers going because it's really stormy outside, but you're turning your car off and you want the wiper blades to be at rest and not like on the windshield. You have to time it right. And communication about changed behavior with that skull that ties into transformation, that's what it all hinges on. If you can demonstrate a change in communication patterns or effectively talk through what's going on, then yes, wedding bells. Yeah, Donald, I will right after Sachin. So PJ, I'm wishing you luck with that. All right, so for Sachin, we have, what are Amrita's feelings for me? Hello, John, how are you doing? Queen of Pentacles. 5 of Cups. 10 of Swords and the reverse. There's some regret here. Feeling like I could have handled things better, but looking at you as someone who is compassionate. Have you forgiven this person? Because with the 10 of Swords in the reverse, it feels like what I'm trying to do is take the 10 of Swords out of my back. I know there was a problem. I know I messed up. I know I should have been kinder or more considerate, but if you'll let me, then I'll fix it. If you'll let me in, then I'll apologize or I'll do better. Is this true? Yes. However, there's still some tendency here to be secretive with the 7 of Swords. So a lot of like, I feel bad for how things went because I look at you as somebody who is of high value, but I'm still playing games. So use that intuition, Sachin. All right, so I'm going to pull a few cards for Donald. What do we have for Donald, please? Hierophant, the Chariot, and the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Donald, are you working too hard? I feel like there's somebody here who keeps telling you to run faster, move faster, get things done, hurry up. Now, this could be you telling yourself, because I might be just a little bit of a workaholic, so like this is how I talk to myself, right? Like, oh, you can do one more. You're not done yet. You don't need a day off. This is like, you need a moment to chill, please. You need to take a day off. You need to put your feet up. You need to go do something that you really like. I don't know if you go fishing or hunting or anything like that, but this Ace of Cups in the reverse is a problem, and it could get to be a bigger problem. So if someone wants to give you any like lip about it, you just say, sorry, my tarot reader told me that it's very important that I take a day off. So yeah. You need some time. Even if it's just a day, or like go get a pedicure, something to treat yourself. Hello, Hannon. How you doing? Hello, pretty pets. Thanks. Hello, Flavius. That's not what I answer here. I'm sure there's other channels that'll do that for you, though. All right, this is the Gold Foil Tarot. You're welcome. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do Sophie's question real quick since I forgot her in order. And then I'm going to do Aqua Beauty's and then Louise. So Sophie's question is Raj's current feelings. For Sophie, what are Raj's current feelings, please? Wow. That's a lot of earth sign energy. By any chance, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, you don't have to answer me. But I've only pulled 3 cards, and they're all of the earth variety. Look, we've got somebody here who feels like they have lost a lot. The 10 of Pentacles is in the reverse. If it were in the upright, this would be like generational wealth. In the reverse, it's like I don't know what to do. It's like someone punched me in the gut. I put in all of this effort and this energy, and now it's not mine. So I do feel like this is somebody who is possessive of you and yet also feels like they don't have you. So they may feel like things between you are not recoverable, or that they're at risk of losing you forever. Oh, he's Pisces, huh? And another another Pentacles card, 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. This is somebody who wants to come back around, but I'm telling you, if this is coming from a Pisces, I'm concerned. And let me tell you why. I am very Pisces. Where are the cups? Where are the emotions? I don't know. I do feel like this is somebody who will come back around, but they are possessive of you. And I would like to think that if this person is so upset over losing you, there would be some evidence of emotions here. So at least ponder whether or not there's something else this person is wanting from you. Yes, higher frequencies is a good idea, Susan. But I'm sending you healing energy, Sophie. And because you did have to call out your tip to me, I'm just going to ask one other thing for you. Is there someone else here in Sophie's energy that would be worth looking into romantically? Well, yes. A King of Pentacles. Interesting. More earth energy. Maybe that's why we're picking up the earth energy. There's someone else here who has healed from their issues, whatever immaturities they may have been trying to let go of. You may know this person already and have felt like they were kind of immature in the past. But this King of Pentacles is somebody who has worked on their problems, and I think they're going to hit you up too. So that's going to be interesting. You might have a little bit of a choice here. All right, so for Aqua Beauty, we've got 2 questions. We've got any message from Spirit, and does he still have the number? Let's start with, does he still have the number? No. 9 of Wands in the reverse, Star in the reverse. Yeah, he either was told he had to delete it or felt like he needed to. Was it a request from someone else? Yes. If you want to make things work, then you're going to have to delete that person's number. What message do we have beyond that for Aqua Beauty, please? Hello, Jessie. Empress, how you doing? I hope you're okay. What message do we have for Aqua Beauty, please? Moon in the reverse. 5 of Wands in the reverse. Knight of Pentacles. This is saying have patience or remain, I want to say stoic. I mean, remain calm is probably the more common phrase, but remain stoic. Do not show your emotion when somebody is trying to get under your skin. With the moon in the reverse, there's someone here who I think you know is trying to antagonize you or get you to lose your temper. And this is saying you are rewarded if you can just, no fighting. Now, this doesn't have to be work related. This could be family. But things are going better for you because you're holding back that emotion or that anger. All right, let's move on to Luis's question. Luis would love to have a family. Is there family in Luis's near future? A baby in Luis's near future? Not in your near future. What about ever? Ooh, ever, we've got the 10 of Cups. So this is something that is not, I would say, within the next 4 months. There is something here that you are unhappy with that needs to be addressed first. And later down the road, we've got this. This is literally the happy family card, right? The domestic bliss. So yes, let that desire guide you. And if that seems like, you know, a purpose of yours, then you know how to make the right choices to get to that point. But there's something here that you may need to change in your behavior before that is available to you. So sending you good luck on that one, Luis. Hello, Mystic Road. Thank you. Oop, almost spelled that wrong. Doug's energy. Oh, I'm so glad, Misty. Let me write that one down. And will we talk? All right, I'm going to bop back to the Mystic Road question, and then I will answer Misty's questions. Thank you, ladies. Well, I can't assume that you're a lady, Mystic Road. Sorry. All right, so Doug's energy towards Mystic Road, please. This is somebody who's seeking solitude right now, feeling overwhelmed. I feel like this is someone who feels they made a mistake. The Hermit is in the reverse because of a lack of maturity or someone doing something regrettable, probably to do with communication with that Page of Wands. So I think we have a desire to apologize, but it's like, I just need to like calm down a little bit first. Yeah, this is someone who feels like they spoke out of turn. I did have good intentions, and then it just kind of like flew out the window and I said too much or I lost my temper. So I think this person wants to apologize to you. Was it Doug? And I hope they do justice to that. Thank you for the tip. Yeah, they feel like they need to apologize to you because Queen of Swords in the reverse. They said something they shouldn't have. All right, let's get a different tarot deck. This is the Egyptian tarot. So you're funny, Redbeard. So we've got 2 questions from Misty. Is Jacob, or was Jacob the one? I think is how you phrased it. No. And I would just go out on a limb and say, I know it's just how you phrase the question, but there is no one. Even if you're in a twin flame dynamic, you have multiple soulmates in your life. Some of them are platonic, some of them are romantic. But to say that there is only one person who can scratch that itch is doing a disservice to you, because there are multiple people that you could be happy with, but this person is someone who struggles with love, right? This is somebody who may feel like it's easier to express how they feel physically versus emotionally or through words. And I feel like they want this 4 of Wands or 10 of Cups, but they don't know how to get there. It's like, I can't even get to the Ace of Cups. How am I supposed to get to the 10 of Cups? So do they love themselves? It seems like they probably don't. Hey, thanks, Rashab. It works for me. Will they talk again? Will Jacob and Misty talk again? Yes. I don't know how gratifying it's going to be, though. This feels to me like a, yeah, but have you changed? Kind of. And then 5 of Pentacles. Okay, well, if you haven't, then I don't have time for you. So if Jacob chooses the right time to come back because he's worked on this Ace of Cups in the reverse and addressed the issues pertaining to love and receiving love, then it will go better. But as of right now, there's a requirement of transformation or change. You have to grow up a little bit. You have, not you, them, Jacob. And if that doesn't happen, then I see it being remaining at that no contact energy. Is there someone else out there for Misty? Just curious, just curious. I get a little nosy sometimes, you guys. There is. This is somebody that has escaped your notice. This is somebody you don't know has a crush on you. They mask it pretty well. So, the more you know. You're welcome, sweetie. All right, y'all. I am hungry. I gotta go eat some food. I will be back in a little bit to do more questions, but I also, in about an hour, have that members only live stream for those of you that are in the stars or the towers. So I will see you there. Toodles.